We've got a couple of really interesting Batman-related things to talk about today, from casting to rumours to switching of continuity. It's a confusing one. Let's just get into it.
I'm vengeance.
What's up, guys? I'm Jake from the Batcave. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, there's a few things to discuss today. Mainly rumours for casting James Gunn's Batman the Brave and the Bold movie. Now, as I'm sure all of you know, James Gunn obviously has taken over control creatively at DC. It's essentially rebooting, but not rebooting everything, right? Because The Flash happened, which could have rebooted everything, but then didn't. And then Aquaman is in James Gunn's DC universe, but it's also in the DCU. It's a mess. Let's just start there. So, I don't even know how to... Okay. So, this was obviously an opportunity to really wipe the slate clean, do things properly, have James Gunn come in, we get a new Superman, we get a new Batman, we just do everything how it should have been done. We take our time. That would be the important thing. But, for some reason, that doesn't seem to be how it's going. James Gunn still wants to make things his own way. Like, I believe that the Suicide Squad that came out is part of his thing, and Peacemaker is still in his thing, even though Peacemaker interacts with, like, Snyder's Justice League characters. It's so messed up, guys. So messed up. Anyway, we are getting a new Batman, Batman the Brave and the Bold, and rumours are getting pretty, like, weighty at the moment that Alan Ritchson... Is that how you say his name? Yes, Alan Ritchson. So, if you don't know who he is, he was Aquaman in Smallville. You may know him from that. He's also Reacher. And also he was Hawk in Titans. So he has played superheroes before, and I absolutely loved him as Hawk in Titans. I thought he was great. He's definitely got the look, he's got the physique. I think he's got the acting chops too. And if you've seen Reacher, dude's a badass, and Batman is the badass. So if you're asking me, I think this would be a phenomenal casting choice. There's an image, like a drawing, I forget the artist's name, he's one of my favourite Batman artists. I'll put his name and image on screen in a second. I used it for a thumbnail. It's a topless Batman. I think he's got like hand wraps on. He stood in front of the Batsuit, but looks absolutely jacked. And there's a comparison image of Alan Ritchson next to this, when their physiques are almost identical. Now, it would be definitely the first time we've had an actor play Batman with a physique like that. Yes, Christian Bale was jacked and in great shape. Yes, Ben Affleck was jacked and in great shape. Pattinson was in shape for Pattinson. But none of them have this sort of physique, like bodybuilder type physique, which is what Batman is. He is huge. He is absolutely massive. Like, unrealistically so. And that's what Alan Ritchson is. So, in terms of physique, it would be great casting. And like I said, if you've watched Reacher, I genuinely think he has the acting chops to do it too. I'm a big fan of his. Blue Mountain State, that's another thing he's in. Very good in that. Anyway, if you haven't seen him, go and watch Titans. Go and watch Reacher. Get a vibe for him and tell me if you think he'd be a bad choice. I certainly don't think so. Now, speaking of James Gunn's DC universe, it's about to get a whole lot more confusing. And that is because when Matt Reeves' The Batman came out, we all remember that, Robert Pattinson's The Batman, that was said to be a, I guess, black label or whatever they were calling it, type universe where it exists in its own thing. It's its own universe. It doesn't interfere with the mainline DC universe, which is fine. I'm absolutely okay with that. They do that in the comic books. Cool. We get to explore different ways of telling stories and different ideas and scenarios by doing things like that without messing up the main continuity. I'm all for that. When James Gunn took over the DC, it was announced that the Batman 2 would still be happening with Matt Reeves. Also, after the Batman came out, it was announced that there were a few spin-off shows in development. One of which was the Penguin series, which of course we had a trailer for, or teaser for, probably close to a year ago now. Still seen nothing more of that. Then there was the Arkham series, spin-offs from the Batman. Now, James Gunn has come out and said that the Arkham series will still be, like, produced, at least I think, by Matt Reeves, but will be in his DCU. And if you go to Twitter, and I'll try and find the tweet in a second, X, sorry, there was a tweet from a fan towards James Gunn to say, why move the Arkham show from the Batman universe to your own DC universe? And his response was something along the lines of, nothing has changed, or we didn't change anything, or whatever it was. Something along those lines. So basically stating that the Arkham show was never in the Batman universe, but always in the DCU. That seems like a straight up lie to me. I don't know if he's read a script for it and gone, ooh, this is good, I want this to be my thing, not the Batman, because he's obviously less involved in that because it started before he was on board. So that's my theory. I'm not going to lie to you guys. When James Gunn was brought in, I was a big fan of the Suicide Squad, I was a big fan of Peacemaker, big fan of the Guardians movies. I think he's a good director. He's very creative. I like the way he kind of gets heavily involved in the entire process, from writing, obviously directing, from the score. He's a really involved, hands-on filmmaker. And I think those are the best types. Not only that, but again, he has put out good movies. So I thought it was potentially a very good move. The more I'm seeing of it, the more concerned I am becoming. Some of the casting choices for what we've seen of Superman Legacy have seemed pretty good. So there's that. But when you hear things like this and him kind of what seems like just almost stealing a show for his own universe and then saying he's rebooting but then soft rebooting and continuing some things on and all these strands in this spaghetti universe, as Michael Keaton's Batman would say.
It's a hot mess.
It's just getting more and more confusing and it's unnecessary. You either start again or you don't. Which one is it? It's getting ridiculous, DC. So that's the news we have for today. That's where we're at the moment. I think the Alan Ritchson potential rumoured casting is great. It's probably not going to happen, but it's out there, and I like that it's out there. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it comes to fruition. And the whole Arkham series being removed from the Batman verse, or the Matt Reeves verse, into the DCU, it's a mess. What's going on? I just want answers. Yeah. I had to jump on camera today, guys, to kind of talk about this. I haven't done one of these videos in a while on the Batcave where I just rant at you guys and just talk absolute nonsense to do with Batman. But sometimes I just need to get it off my head, off my chest, out of my head, off my chest, and ramble. So if you've listened, thank you. This is probably my last video of 2023. No, I think I have one scheduled actually for the 31st. Which again is something a little bit different. But this is the last one before Christmas, so I had to jump on camera as well to also, of course, wish all of you guys an absolutely fantastic Christmas. Whether you celebrate it or not, I hope you really enjoy this festive holiday period. And of course, a Happy New Year. I wish all good things to all of you for 2024. Thank you all so much for watching, my friends. Again, Merry Christmas, have a great day, and don't forget to return to the Batcave for more Bat content.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Fear. I'm vengeance.
In a one-horse open tree, busting out I go, laughing all the way.